Jay? Hey, Jay. Oh, what the hell? God. Jay? Oh, Jesus Christ, Jay. It's 1:30, man. What good Christian would be in bed at this hour?
Oh my God.
What are you...
Oh, but hey, it's Halloween, all right.
What the hell is this outfit you're wearing?
It's Halloween, man, I'm ready to party.
Well, Halloween was yesterday, Jay. I was wondering where you were. We all missed you at the party, but yeah, you must have slept through it, you lazy, good-for-nothing
God
slacker.
damn it. Well, fuck. What? Well, God damn it, I'm just gonna go back to bed then.
Oh, that's a fine attitude. You know, it is November 1st. November 1st, you know, All Saints Day.
Oh, well, hey, let's party then.
One, two, three, four. She was born to yet another. Told stories of a virgin mother. All that she knew how to do is to try not to die. Knew at least a dozen words for sorrow. Thought a lot of answers for tomorrow. Pick herself a partner and a corner and feel alright. She was a young one, stopped and fun. Life is all over before begun. Tell her this is sad and a bad thing sing. Bible Belt baby don't have to think. Boys get blue and girls get pink. And Bible Belt babies don't have to think.
Hello.
And welcome to ROX,
This is a television program, actually. You're
Yeah.
watching it.
produced by Us'uns for You'uns.
Yep. Here in little Bloomington, Indiana, this wonderful college town that we live in.
Yeah.
I'm Jay, by the way. I'm the bartender. I've got my bottle of booze conspicuously right here.
I'm B, your editor and current camera operator. I've got the camera right in my own hand, and we're just walking here through a field
Like a couple of dipshits.
on November 1st.
Yeah. All Saints Day. It's the day after Halloween.
That's right, and we're on our way to our friend Mary Frances, who,
Oh my God. Oh my God, what is this?
wow, I've never seen anything. It's a giant nest.
Wow, check it out. God, must have been a big fucking bird.
Yeah, anyway, so we're going over to our friend Mary Frances because she's Catholic, or she
Yeah.
was brought up in the Catholic faith and had her mind deformed by the Catholic churches, as so many people have.
What better person to hang out with on All Saints Day than a former recovering Catholic?
The reason that we're headed over to Mary Frances's, of course, is to corrupt her.
Well, here we are, so let's go inside and check it out. Knock, knock. Oh, goodness. Look at this. Up?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Come on up.
Oh, up, okay. Gosh, ascending to the peak. No! Hello.
Hi there. I hope I look Catholic today.
Oh, yeah, look at you. All black.
Like a widow in mourning, perpetually.
Kinda
I will
dark in here.
return to my virginity after the death of my husband. I will worship Jesus forever.
So there's a bar here and everything. This is amazing.
And this is Father Lenin, that inspiration to us all. He is the Savior. He knows all.
It'll add some color because, as you can see, I have kind of these monochromatic browns and grays up here, and then there's all these different colors down here on my lower body parts. So this will kind of balance things out.
Does this mean you're like a communist?
Yeah, of course, because that's what this is all about. Didn't you notice? Or wait, no. All Saints Day. That's what we're doing. Well, so for the first drink that we're going to be mixing for this All Saints Day episode, we're going to make a Salome cocktail. The first thing you want to add is about 2 ounces of gin out of that big plastic bottle there. Now you may be wondering how my head ended up here over on this platter and my body's over there. Well, it's because Salome, of course, demanded John the Baptist hit St. John on a platter, and hence the special effect that we've developed here. Let's say about an ounce of vermouth to this drink, because that's probably about enough. And John the Baptist was a saint, of course, hence the All Saints Day connection. Add a couple of dashes of bitters there, body. So John the Baptist got his head cut off by this Salome woman, just because she was kind of depraved, and what are we if not depraved? And then I'll have a taste of that if my body will kindly serve me. Wow. What body?
I want to drink more of it. Yuck. It's disgusting.
Well, now that I've got my head on straight, I'm going to try this again and see what I think. Wow, wow. I still like the body and the flavor. It's tasty. Good eats. I would recommend this for the viewer at home, whether or not you've been decapitated.
But only if you're over 21, of course.
On All Saints' Day, it's important to follow the law or something.
So you cleaned up when we came over here, especially for us?
Yeah. Why? Do you think it's messy? So I'm Mary Frances, and I'm here in my palatial place of residence. And I graduated in May, and I meant to leave and go teach English in Taiwan or do something exciting like that, go abroad. But I sort of chickened out, so I'm still here. Right now I have a job I may quit, and I'm sitting here fooling around with my friends. Okay, one of my interests is film. I write screenplays, I make up ideas for making films. It's harder for me to execute things than to actually plan them though. I also write stories and poems, and I read a lot, and I'm a famous neurotic of Bloomington. Are you looking at my underwear?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to live my life. And I was on the Montel Williams show. So they called you because you had drugs and Generation X and Slacker in your bio. And they called you asking if you knew anyone who's in Generation X who's on heroin. And since you didn't, you said, they asked if you knew anyone in Prozac, and I take Prozac, so yeah.
And now a preview from the forthcoming documentary, Me and Montel, by Rachel and MF.
Hi everyone, I'm on my way to New York. I'm going to be on the Montel Williams show representing Generation X. I'll be the Generation Xer on Prozac. So this is my great adventure. I'm filled with some trepidation. Who knows what the results of this will be? My parents don't know about it yet, but I think it'll be pretty interesting.
Doesn't see that she's all done trying, but she's sharp just to keep from crying. Summer gets hot and the winter gets cold and snows.
Anything extra when I go to the airport get there to come back? It's all ready?
Go right to the gate if you like.
Okay.
See you both ways.
Thanks a lot.
8-4 from here.
8-4? Okay, here's yours.
Small town corn bell, Bible bell, baby. But the kids just pretend that maybe mommy would be in heaven if she had new clothes. She's a young one, stopped and fun. Left us all over before begun. Television set and a bathroom sink. Bible bell, baby, don't have to think.
Okay, is it running? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm in one of the production rooms for the Montel Williams show. I'm waiting to be prepared for makeup. I've met two of the other people who are going to be on. They seem really nice and really normal. So I don't think this will be a very sensationalistic show. So I feel kind of comforted. You know, I feel like I can relate to the other people who are going to be on.
Do you worship Satan and do you kill small farm animals?
Mary Frances, what about you? What drugs are you doing?
Well, I do a lot more than just drugs, first of all. But I'm taking Prozac, which is something that is very common in the U.S. today.
Common meaning with prescription common, but are you getting your Prozac, prescription Prozac?
Right.
Okay, so you do this for what reason?
What do you have against the whole Prozac thing? I mean, what I see, wait, let me finish, all right? You know, everybody out here is putting this poor girl down because she's been prescribed a drug to take care of her depression. Now, enough people in the older generation are alcoholics and whatnot, you know, resorting to God and whatnot. Find it in yourself. If she can't find herself and she has to use Prozac, you know, that's what doctors prescribe. A lot of people just go to the liquor store and drown their sorrows with booze and whatnot.
And you know, you might be right.
They're no better than she is.
You know what? But you might be right. But I will tell you something. In another 3 or 4 years, when we find out that as we just laid Prozac out there, free will, and a lot of doctors are doing it, we may have caused more damage to this young lady than we've caused help because I don't trust a lot of what doctors prescribe. I don't. I gotta take a break. We'll be back right after this. Sorry, I almost had you.
Montel Williams sucks.
I live my life. I don't consider myself an X-generation person. I live my life and I'm happy. I have a job and so I look fucked up to like middle America. Big deal.
Hi, everybody. Rachel and I just came back from New York. As you can see, we've just been on the Montel Williams show. It was a fun fiasco, one of the more bizarre experiences of my life. Why is this huge button here? It's because New York is huge. It's the ultimate metropolis, New York City, and we conquered it. Now we're back to Bloomington.
And that was just kind of an excerpt, really, from an upcoming documentary, Me and Montel, that'll be on this channel sometime soon.
So we mentioned earlier that it is our sole intent and purpose here to debauch and ruin the sanctity of our friend MF here today. And so in the interest of that, we're heading over to the liquor store to pick up some booze.
Hi. I hope they'll let me in even though I don't have a driver's license.
Let's go to the University of Alcohol.
Oh, look, it's the University of Alcohol.
Who would have thought that IU, Indiana University, would promote a liquor store like this? Can you believe it?
It's amazing.
Can you see what it says there?
I thought it was a dry campus.
Indiana University. Are you kidding? This Indiana University. This is where you come to buy your liquor. Not to endorse any liquor store, of course. We just happen to come here.
Wow, look. A real Indiana University logo to prove the subtle affiliation between the two.
No, we're not doing Indiana University. We're doing Indiana University Town.
Separate ribbons.
Yeah, they're on separate ribbons. They don't really mean Indiana University's
It just
liquor store.
happens to be in that order.
Yeah, yeah. It's an important point.
Yeah.
Not to imply that this has anything to do with Indiana University. That's the separate ribbons, separate words. Don't connect them. There's no intention. There shall be no linkage.
Okay. Where's the vodka? Aha. Here's what I'm looking for. Let's see.
Well, we're in Big Red Liquors.
Yeah?
We're in their freezer.
Wow, we've been invited behind the scenes.
Yeah. So about how long do you think it'll take them to sell all this stuff? Did he tell you?
To sell all this stuff?
Yeah.
Fuck if I know.
Wow, behind the scenes of Big Red Liquors.
Yeah, they respect us.
Yeah. Great respect for us booze-swilling bullshit artists. Well, my hands are full. It's time to check out and fill my soul with goodness. Laser technology right here.
No George Bush he.
Well, we've got all the things that we need, so now it's party time. It's All Saints Day, the day after Halloween, and we're partying, as you can tell by our rambunctious behavior. But Christy Paxson's here, so it's a party ready to happen. Because, of course, she's the queen of debauchery.
What's that?
This is just for that extra kind of fun.
Well, I guess I should mix a drink in honor of one of our favorite saints, Mary. We're going to make a Bloody Mary. Now, this is kind of a classic drink that everybody knows about. We're making it in honor of one of our favorite saints, Mary, the Virgin Mary, that is, who is Jesus' mom. And then we want some vegetable juice, tomato juice to be exact. Now, this is V8, which is kind of a classic thing, but, you know, I don't want to endorse this because we don't do endorsements here. It's kind of against our religion. So just add like the whole can, basically. I just want a dash or two of Tabasco here, a couple of drops. Then just kind of stir it around with your finger. Stir the Bloody Mary. Have a toast to your favorite virgin, Mary. In this case, of course, being Mary Frances. So.
Wow. So that might numb the pain.
Whew! Wow. Goodness gracious.
I don't like it. My mom goes to church every day.
Wow.
Every single day. And we were always the only people under the age of 85 who went to church on holidays like All Saints Day. Only one meal per day on certain days of Lent. To be good is to avoid doing bad things. Examine your soul, examine your soul. You have some sin that's buried. Yeah, like I was afraid that if I had sex, I would just turn into this totally debauched human being.
Wow.
Either that or some sort of sexual psychopath.
So what kind of influence would you say that we've had on you?
Jeepers. I used to think of you as sort of a father figure, Bart.
Now that's funny.
We have failed utterly in recent months and years and days to respond to viewer mail. And so I'm going to read a piece of viewer mail here real quick. This is from Xena and God.
Well, how
here.
appropriate.
Oh, look, for your baking needs, it says. What could they be giving us? Well, it's obviously this.
My Selects, vaginal cream.
Yeah, so we'll give this to MF.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it may save you some money and some
Hardship.
payment. Oh, look, a letter, and it's got a quarter attached to it. What? This person has broken the rules. J and B, shameless flattery is my favorite meat. We're offended that we haven't seen more genitalia. Love, God, and Xena. And by the way, don't say I never sent you nothing. I guess they're talking about this quarter here that I have stuck to my finger permanently.
The wet spot right.
Haven't seen more genitalia? Well, there, you just saw more, and so I guess you're more edified, and I think it's a good thing.
So I learned this old time poem from like the 15th century or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was on a tomb, and under it said, "Under the stone a Jesuit doth lie. Tighten your buttocks and run swiftly by."
Why?
What?
I guess you were big on sodomy or something like that.
Get out of here.
No.
So it's time to mix another drink, I suppose, since I'm behind this bar, and that's a very appropriate place for me to mix a drink. This one has vodka in it too. It's Russian vodka. Vodka, pour some in the glass. Now you may be wondering what the hell I'm doing. I'm mixing a drink. I'm mixing a drink called a St. Petersburg. A very simple drink, actually. Vodka and bitters. Wow. It's not for the faint-hearted. Wow. Faint-hearted. It's not for the faint-hearted. St. Petersburg. St. Peter, Saint, All Saints Day. Petersburg, St. Petersburg is a place, actually, in Russia. MF here, our astute friend, has written a Soviet screenplay of sorts, and she's going to tell you a little bit about it.
Okay, well, this is a love story set on a collective farm. Everyone is super happy. They will prosper with tractors. Tractors are the greatest thing in the world. Everyone's singing and dancing, singing songs with the labor theory of value and Marxism. And everything is just fabulous, except for the evil landowners who want to sabotage the collective.
This is the world premiere debut of MF's Soviet screenplay, acted out by the ROX video troupe. Video troupe.
Okay, so this is Controversy at the Apple Trees from the film, which is titled...
It doesn't have a title. It was called Bountiful Harvest, but I found out there was a real movie called Bountiful Summer, and maybe we'll get sued.
So I have the first line here, and it is, I go up under the apple tree where old Vasily, oh that's B, is working, and I pick up a bucket, estimating how much it could hold. Okay, so pretend I have a bucket in my hand, and I say, how's the apple crop? Fine. About the same as last year, but better than the crop of 35, or was that 36 when we had the drought? And then I go off into thought, rubbing my chin.
Here, I'll do that.
Someone else will have to rub my chin because I'm busy operating the camera and holding a script in the other hand. Okay, so rubbing my chin, other people see and are amused, and they laugh at the old man lost in thought. Listen, Sonny, Commissar, I saw you talking to someone near the marsh the other day. Who was it? Well, it was, Drankov's daughter, Udall. I'm not a party man like you. I'm just an old farmer. But the revolutionary troops taught us that we shouldn't fraternize with class enemies.
Especially not with the Drankovs. Their family has oppressed us for years.
But his daughter's a good worker, and...
Vlad Drankov's the worst there's ever been.
Yes, but if we talk to his daughter, maybe we can convince her to forsake the capitalist road and join the collective.
Once a kulak, always a kulak. The troops taught us never to trust the family of a landowner. As soon as we trust them, they'll stab us in the back.
But listen, comrade. This theory that if the parents are class enemies, their children will be too. It reminds me of that passage from the Bible that priests used to read to us. The sins of the fathers will be visited on the sons. A mysterious power will force the children of kulaks to be bad? We left that sort of mysticism behind with icons and miraculous relics.
That's true. And if she sees how happy we are, why shouldn't she want to join us?
I agree with Anya and Para, of course. The socialist path must bring happiness to all. Maybe it was important not to trust the families of landowners during the Civil War. But now we will have to remember that our new life is built on science and not prejudice.
I don't believe it. I think the old Drankovs are rotten to the core.
It's not her fault her parents are kulaks. It's just bad luck.
Before the revolution, the landowners said we were bad just because we were poor peasants. But we know we're not all the same. Therefore, how can we say the girl is bad just because her parents are?
Right. I say that if she accepts our ideology, we should accept her into our farm. Isn't that fair?
Humph! Old Drankov would never let his daughter join the collective. He'd kill her first.
The way he works her, he's liable to kill her anyway.
End of scene.
Did you see my apple? That's a neat prop. Well, so I suppose we're moving on here. Emma, B, and Christy have taken off to go up to Fort Wayne to videotape B's grandmother, and MF and I are going to carry the torch onward and just see what happens in this crazy evening. All Saints Day, as it is, as I hope you understand, that's what this episode is all about.
Television set and a bathroom sink. Bible Belt baby don't have to think. Boys get blue and girls get pink, and Bible Belt babies don't have to think. Yeah!
How you doing?
All right, what's going on, man?
Not much. What are you shooting for?
Oh, I'm just shooting all these animals having sex around here. There was this Dalmatian over there that's
There's
just
a
trying
couple
to...
right over there.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, here comes a puppy. Hey, puppy.
Oh, hello. Come here, guy. Hello. Oh, yeah, lick that bottle. Well, we better move on.
Okay.
Well, we fell asleep and woke up and it was dark. And there were a couple more people here. My brother's over there, and so is Russ. And Alan's giving you the thumb high sign thing.
Okay, first you have to be beatified.
Mm-hmm. That
And
sounds
then
like fun.
What happens is you have to have miracles done in your name by invoking your name.
Uh-huh.
Like, say someone's really ill, they're about to die, and somebody goes up to them and says, Joe Nickel, and they get better. That's a miracle.
Then I'd become a saint,
Well, you
or a
need like 2 of
beatified.
those to be beatified, and then you need
Okay.
a couple more, like you have to appear or something
Mhm.
like that to be sainted. Sure.
I'll tell you, I've got a big question. I want to hear more about this. I asked you about the patron saint of technology.
Yeah?
And you said there was a patron saint of TV?
Yeah.
Wow. Who?
It's St. Clair.
St. Clair.
She had visions, and so she's a patron saint of television.
Wow, she had televisions.
Yeah.
Visions of The Price is Right.
So if you were to become a saint, what would you want to be the saint of?
The saint of Jeepers. That's a tough question.
Prozac? Jeeps?
No! I was thinking that line of questioning.
Oh, okay. What would you want to be a patron saint of?
Reading.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Russ, you?
Gee.
Here.
I think I'd have to be the patron saint of obstinance.
And Alan, what would you want to be the patron saint of?
Foreign video transfer units.
What's that?
The patron saint is the indecisive. So people would never be able to decide whether to pray for me or not, to me or not, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
so-
should I
so-
say a prayer? Should I not say a prayer?
From Italy.
What should I do? What kind of prayer should I say? That's the sort of thing I would be the patron saint of.
Wow, cool.
What would you be the patron saint of, Joe?
What would I be the patron saint of? Oh,
Getting tickled. The tickle saint.
I don't know. Do you remember? I have no idea what I would choose.
Yeah, this virginity thing. I haven't really talked about that.
Yeah.
So why have I not lost my virginity?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. A lot of reasons. Well, people haven't exactly been lining up, asking me to have sex with them. Just bizarre fears of getting pregnant in an arcane way. Just the body in general, rejecting the body. I guess that's another Catholic thing. I almost suspect that people don't really have sex. They just made it up in the movies or something like that. But you know, lately, I guess I've come to the realization that people really do it. Just that,
Yeah, because you've been trying, right?
Yeah, 'cause
You
I've been
tried this
trying.
morning.
yeah.
Was it the first time you've even tried?
Yeah.
Wow, so this is kind of an important day in your life. So do you think you'll try it again?
Yeah, I think eventually.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty painful. No, it's not really painful. I'm exaggerating, but it hurt. Pain. I'm hoping it won't be damned. Thunderclaps won't come over my head. You know, I fear getting squashed by the foot of God or something sometimes. I mean, I know it's international, but I think it's the Catholic thing too.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think you put a little bit too much emphasis on religion, or just kind of the humor that you see in religion?
Well, it's part of local culture, though, man. There are all these Christians around here, all these churches.
Well,
this is Hoosier Bible Belt place.
So you maybe want to kind of, rather than use generalizations,
and fall off the curb.
And fall off the curb. Maybe you should specify your religious complaints to those who say that they know what the right way is and that you're going to hell if you don't follow their word. Those are the guys you're after anyway, right?
Well, I suppose. You look kind of funny now. There's no light.
Yeah. I'm
trying to change the subject.
I'm a silhouette.
I think that religion is kind of a funny thing, and I like to celebrate funny things in everything that I do, and that's why I like to look at religion so much. And I hope that doesn't offend people, but I just, I think that social institutions in general, especially the real traditional ones, always have some kind of silly things to them. It's just the nature of social institutions, I think.
But, I don't go to church every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I actually did go a couple of Sundays ago, which is the first time that I've gone on a non-Easter Sunday in probably 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I believe strongly in God, though.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I believe strongly. The whole Jesus issue, I'm still a little shaky on, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But God, I believe strongly in God.
Mm-hmm.
So does that make me part of the funny thing? What if I get offended if you
make fun of you?
Make fun of religious types in general.
I make fun of myself every week in this television show, and so I think it's only fair to spread the wealth amongst all of us good and devout and heathen and awful and wonderful people on this planet. So that's my goal.
I don't know. This other lady, Mrs. Bauermeister, knows. She's done this before, and she says that's how it has to be done now.
She's kind of marked a diagram where she...
Yeah, where we have to quilt.
Yes, it's quilting with Grandma. No, actually, I'm just kidding. Actually, next week's episode is Blood on the Dial.
Where would a fully kit be without your basic course?
Ah, so that's how they do it.
These people are crazy. Something like that.
Honeydew melons. And, that sounds just like the sound of somebody's head being smashed in.
What came before is important, but what's on its way, what's coming is what we're looking at.
And again, turn the player on when you're ready to resume. Okay, now I'd like to